Here I have the Apacer NOX DDR5 RGB, and the version I have here is the 32 gig DDR5 6800 mega transfers per second. And there's also the NOX here, the non-RGB version as well, which I'm gonna go ahead and make another video for this one, so if you wanna go ahead and check that out. Looking at the box here, doesn't really say the CL numbers and all that stuff here. And just checking out the weight here, per memory is around 47 grams here. And just checking out the thickness here and the overall height here. And here we can see the overall memory, and we can see the RGB here. And then there's also like a little window here where we're gonna see the light as well. So we'll go ahead and check that out after. And here's the back. I've gone ahead and installed the memory and did run some benchmarks and gaming, which we're gonna go ahead and take a quick peek in a sec. So just before we do that, the installation was really no issues at all. Stuck in the memory, turn on the system, no problems at all. Turn Expo mode on, and there was no delay in boot time either. Since I have another pack here of a 2-channel, I've gone ahead and just stuck them in just to see if the system would boot up. And it actually did. Even on Expo mode, that's 6800 mega transfers per second, the system went and booted up without any issues. But I did encounter an issue since this is like not a 4-channel. Whenever I did some like stress test, it would like restart, the system would like freeze. So I went ahead and just left the 2 in there. Checking out the RGB here, you're pretty much able to go ahead and control these with any of the major motherboards like Asus, MSI, and also like the Razer chroma lighting and all that. You're able to go ahead and sync those up. One thing I like about the lighting here, the colors and everything look very vibrant, but it's not so bright that it's gonna go ahead and bother your eyes, so which is nice. And on the side there, we also have like a little window which you're able like to see the lighting pass through as well. Here I have HDW info, so we can go ahead and check out the timings for this memory. So the next benchmark that I ran here is the 7-zip. So here are all the results. Next I have IDA64 here, and we can see some of the read, writes, copy, and the latency. Next I did run Cyberpunk 2077 with all of these settings that you see here to the max, really no frame generation or anything like that going on here. On average, we got 76.89 FPS here, with the minimum being at 60.9 and the max at 97. And when I also did the same test with the Kingston here, it did perform a little bit lower, as you can see here, at the 74.14 FPS, and even the minimum FPS was a little bit lower, and max as well here. And this was with all the same settings. Next I ran the Blender benchmark as well, and here are the results. So checking out the thermals, so this does come with an aluminum heatsink. So right now we're hovering around 35.5 Celsius. So overall, I can see like around 28 Celsius here on average. And then just checking out the top here where we have the RGB, it's kind of hovering around like 29, 28, even 30 Celsius here, as we can see. So it's getting a little bit more toastier where the RGB is, but overall with other memories that I've tested before, 35 Celsius is pretty good here. Maybe like there's like 2-3 Celsius difference with other memories that I've tested before, but overall this thing stays pretty cool. So this does work with your Intel XMP 3.0 and AMD EXPO, and personally I did install it on my AMD setup here, and I did not face any issue even with the AMD EXPO on. Usually with other memories that I've tested before, I'm very careful to go ahead and turn on and off the Expo mode, because there's always a little bit of an issue with an AMD motherboard. But with these ones, I did not encounter any problems. The system turned on right away, and it actually turns on much quicker than my other memory that I have installed before. And the other thing which I was very surprised about, even though I have the 2-channel, like 2 packs of 2 channels, I went ahead and installed it, and the system went ahead and turned on. Obviously, it crashed after I did try to like run a benchmark, but the system went ahead and turned on without like any problems. If you have any questions or benchmarks you would like me to run with these memories, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to do that. I'll see you in the next video.